My name is Officer Powell. I'm the GLBT liaison. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone, and I would like to welcome Chief Turner for a minute because he needs to come up here and say a few things, and then we'll get everything started. Chief Turner.
Thank you all. First of all, just start by saying thank you all for participating and agreeing to do this important work. You know, we really do endeavor to do this better, to build our relationships, to grow, to be educated, and also so we can work together so that, first of all, this group will understand what is simply required as it relates to what law enforcement that's required, and also hopefully this group will allow us and help us learn so that we can do our job even more efficiently and better. I'm excited about this group. I'm excited about this day coming today. We, of course, made some commitments early on, and one of the things that you will find from myself and the administration that we're going to work diligently to build relationships throughout our community, and we want to make sure that each sector of our community have a voice, and that's important.
The way I see it is that, first of all, is that we need to have clarity and transparency from the APD. We need to get, some of us, I know I do have to do catch up as far as details on different things that are going on and have gone on, just so that we know, without information we can't give advice. So we have to be clear as to what exactly we're expected to do from an APD's perspective and also from the community's perspective. Okay, when it comes.
Thank you. I know there's other traits.
Just to clarify, we're an advisory board. We're not a board that's involved with hiring or firing of police officers, or someone mentioned to me parking tickets. So, we're just an advisory board.
So just one thing to add on to yours. One of the things we also, some of this individually before all this started, was to get, like from Officer Powell or from the PR department, is maybe a list of departments and phone numbers or where people can contact, so that if people came to us and said, look, I had an incident with an officer, we'll use that, or my car got towed, or I was out in front of one of the clubs and I saw something happen. I'm not sure who to go, but I know you're on the advisory thing. So I think if we have a list also so we can help, we shouldn't be writing down, taking a police report, but we should be able to direct that individual to the correct person so they're not going up and down the food chain and never getting an answer to the question, which is where I think we play a much more major role. Also, Officer Powell and the new person is not going to know everything, or not know all the eyes and ears. So I think that's where our role comes in even more, is that if we know who and how to contact, so we can help them. Or if they do come here and they want to voice their opinion on something that happened, then we will have the police here to listen. So I think what you're saying is correct. We're not the Citizens Review Board. We don't have subpoena power. We can't look at personnel records. We can't look at, we don't get to recommend hiring and firing, but we certainly can make our voice very loud and very clear as to good things and improper and bad things. Josh.
Good, Josh.
Just a couple of things. One thing I do not want these meeting spaces to be is for us to get caught up in parliamentary procedure or who's going to, I really want to have as much time as we possibly can for what's going on in the community, how we can build trust and a relationship between the police department and the LGBT community and educate them about our unique needs and just how to be together in community better. So I just want to put that out there as let's try to structure the meetings and the use of our time so that we can maximize that kind of discussion.
I think everybody's talked about that one of the important things of this board is to rebuild trust with the police department. Mr. Lax brought up earlier that there used to be a committee that worked very closely with community organizations and the police department, and that was a while back, and there really hasn't been much communication between the community at large and the police department in years, and I think the Eagle Raid kind of shone the spotlight on what's happening. There are a lot of things going on in the community that I think this committee needs to be aware of. There's certainly been some murders recently. There's concern about roadblocks. And most importantly, there's still issues still issues concerning the Eagle raid. And I think we need to make sure that the police department is prompt in investigating this, that it is cleared up, it is investigated, and the community needs to be certain that the APD is being honest, transparent, and responsive to the community's concerns.